Didn't I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? That things was going to be changing when Vince McMahon leave the WWE. Summerslam was one of the best shows the WWE has produced in years. Now, granted, WrestleMania was pretty good. I even say Money in the Bank was pretty good, but SummerSlam in the post Vince McMahon era, if this is a sign of things to come, the WWE is going to be considered cool again. I mean, going from the opening match with Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch, then you had the surprise with Bayley and these other women coming out there. Now, I'm not familiar with these characters as of yet, but from what I observed, they're a big deal. Then now you had, after the match with Bianca and Becky, now they teaming up, and it makes logical sense. See, this is what I'm noticing now. I'm noticing even with Michael Cole, he sounds like he's happy to do his job. You know what I'm saying? You don't have Vince McMahon screaming on your ear. The commentary can actually call moves now. The talent feels more fresh and more loose now. And you know, you had Edge. Edge made his comeback, even though we expected that. He looked great for his age. Edge looks great for his age. So when he made his comeback, it was pretty predictable, but it was cool to see. What else happened on SummerSlam? That was pretty cool. Hate to admit it, but Logan Paul, they had one of the best matches of the night. I hate him and his brother with passion. But I can't front. He adapted very well to the sports entertainment atmosphere. And he may be a future star there. I have to say it. It pains me to say it because I can't stand the Paul brothers. But he showcased himself yesterday against The Miz. So what else happened on last night? You know, you had your filler matches like Theory and Lashley. And you had McAfee and Happy Corbin, which was pretty entertaining because one thing I say about McAfee can work. McAfee is one of the best things they got going on now. The man can do commentary. The man can work. He's one of the best talents they have over there in the WWE right now. And let's see what else happened. Then you had the Street Profits and the Usos. They had a pretty good match. Now, people were saying they were disappointed with that match, but they're not going to outdo their Money in the Bank match. They're not going to do it. They're not going to outdo that one. And what I would think it was this one is this could be the possible start of the Street Profits breakup because you see how Montez was screaming at Jarrett and that caused them to match. And you even tell Montez he was just disappointed. So I'm thinking we're going to start seeing a Rockers type breakup where they're either going to turn on one another or just go their separate ways. And now to the main event. I may have skipped a few matches here and there because you know I'm going off the head, but Lesnar and Reigns. I know people complained about it, but it wasn't really supposed to happen. Oh man, forgot to mention Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins. When Riddle came out there unimpromptu, that's a Triple H booking move right there. 'Cause NXT talent used to do a lot of that. Came out there, one of the scrap with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins put him out. That was pretty cool. But this is what it is though with Lesnar and Reigns. This originally wasn't even originally planned. It was really supposed to be Randy Orton and Reigns. But Randy Orton got hurt. So they had to rush and throw Lesnar out there. So that was really the original plan. But let's go to the match for a minute. The match had that big fight feel. And I'm liking how Brock Lesnar has evolved his character from the silent ass-kicking machine, the cowboy Brock, was showing more personality, like he's a big troll, but at the same time, he's a lethal ass kicker. And Brock looked like he was in great shape. Like he was in top-notch shape. Then he came out there with this tractor. It brought those Steve Austin 1998 vibes. You know, when he used to drive those fork-wheelers to the ring. So that was pretty dope to see. And the match itself, straight brutality, straight car crash fuckery entertainment. That's what the WWE is made of. And I'm talking about tables being broken, chairs being used, belts being used. It was a bit of blood there. There was even a time in the match where Lesnar even took the tractor and turned the ring over. It was an incredible sight. You can see this as a matter of fact as the thumbnail that I'm going to choose for this video. Paul Heyman even took a F5. Then you had Theory. He went ahead, he got his ass beat, but he didn't cash in his money in the bank. That's the key thing of the story. They did a good job of not allowing him to do that. So the match goes on back and forth. It was straight brutal. And the Usos come out there and they beat Brock in a way where he should be beaten. They hit him with 2 belts. It took 3 men to do it. They put all types of stuff on top of him. Because it's a last man standing match, right? And that's what it did. And that took him out. And it still made Brock look strong. Because look how much it took to take him out. And I'm hoping they put an end to the trilogy. But see, one thing I got to give Brock Lesnar props to. See, Brock Lesnar, he isn't afraid of putting talent over. As long as the check get clear. He don't care about putting Reigns over. He don't care about working matches with smaller guys. Brock has done a lot of good for the business. And this here is no exception because at this point, he don't really need the title. Just cut the check and let it be through. He don't really need the title no more. But he legitimately put Roman Reigns over this. So now the question is, what is next for Brock Lesnar? He's probably going to come around late, like probably next year if somebody else beats Reigns. But I don't really see him coming around too much because he's accomplished everything. He's done everything. He's beaten everybody. So there's nothing really next for him to do. So overall, SummerSlam, and I forgot to mention Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey. That was like a filler match. Only thing that was cool about that was Liv Morgan still in the win and Rousey turning heel, which was pretty cool. And I'm glad they let Ronda Rousey turn heel because that heel face thing is corny. Like from the way she does her facial mannerisms, that ridiculous makeup she be wearing. The music don't even sound badass. Like, come on, they gotta change this girl whole look. She should be the Brock Lesnar of the female division. Now I get it, she's green and she wants to learn it the hard way, but at the same time, damn. So we're gonna see where that goes from there. And overall, I enjoyed SummerSlam. SummerSlam was pretty good. And people are now talking about, man, what Tony Khan should do. That's all cool. Hopefully that motivates them to make a better show. But I don't want any of these guys to go out of business. See, this is what people don't understand. I don't want none of these companies to go out of business. We want more options. The more options, the better. And hopefully they'll do business down the road. So that's my little brief SummerSlam review. I'm probably missing a lot of things, but I'm just going off verbatim. No scripts, no nothing. So catch the Ric Flair joint tonight. That might be pretty crazy. This is King Eric signing out. Holla.